All right, everyone, welcome to episode 45 of the Midnight Channel. We are back tonight with four people, though one is going to leave early, and I'm not sure if the other one is staying for the whole time. But we have Brandon, Jerry, new guest, and Lou. Jerry is one of my best friends. Every time I introduce him, I always introduce
Yeah,
him as as
yeah.
the
What else?
as the one that I have known for how many? How long, Jerry?
I don't want to know it. I really don't want to know.
Yeah, it always makes him mad whenever I bring it up. But I've
Just
known him
makes
for a
me
very
feel
long
old.
time. Ever since I was 8. We were 8.
Oh, what?
I,
8 at
Yeah,
one
I don't
point?
want to do the math.
yeah, we were 8.
How old are
So
you?
Old,
23.
old enough.
Damn.
Yeah, so we know each other for a long time. But
15 years, dude.
Stop, dude. Oh my god.
Jerry's Jerry's gonna be heading out early, but I wanted him on to get some thoughts on Ragnarok, so he'll be giving them in a little bit. But as usual, we are gonna go ahead and go around with what we have been playing. I'm gonna go clockwise on my stream. So Brandon, you are first. What have you been up to?
So yes.
Oh, I thought he was muted. I was like, Brandon.
Uh, I don't know, man.
You don't know what you've been playing?
I wasn't expecting you to answer.
I've been playing
Dude, what did you play today?
played Overwatch. I'm trying to think what I finished Splatoon 3. That's what I've been doing.
Brandon, dude, start a new game.
Yeah, Mario Rabbids Sparks. I was gonna get there, but I wanted to bring up like Splatoon 3. Playing Overwatch. Nothing really special has happened in Overwatch at all. Not much has happened. But
Gotcha.
been playing Overwatch. Been playing what else?
Only diamond?
Sunshine.
God damn.
Wait, Brandon,
Oh,
you
I'll
did rank
fucking
up, right?
fight
You
you.
went to. What'd you rank up to? Wasn't it like tinfoil 3? What was it?
I think I got Grandmaster.
Tinfoil.
I think I got GM. He's too good for us now.
Yeah. Congratulations on getting Diamond, Brandon. I know that took a lot of commitment and a lot of anger.
I know
Yeah.
a lot of people say.
Yeah, you're working really hard. So I'm proud of you, friend.
The amount of times that I would have chewed on my keyboard if I did that. But props to you, man.
It came,
You did it.
it came with a sacrifice of him not wanting to play comp with us ever again. But I'm still proud. I'm still proud of you.
I had to stop playing comp with Tasha Marissa. They were making me lose. That was my sacrifice.
Wow.
Kidding, I'm joking. I actually
No,
won
I don't think
more
you're
with
joking.
y'all than
No.
I didn't. Because solo queue is unfucking bearable at times. You cannot control shit on support. But I hit a wall because I was spamming support. Where I couldn't play with Marissa anymore. I couldn't do a queue with Marissa.
You leveled up, but at what cost?
I can't. I need to get a fucking alt account so I can play
No.
comp support.
He's gonna
with Marissa.
smurf.
No,
Wow.
I'm not gonna. Yeah,
Actually,
because he's
my-
not gonna. Well, maybe when the comp changes, he'll enjoy the other roles. But right now, we're not gonna be able to play comp with him uh, unless me and
You
Marissa
should
both
give
get
up your dreams and like stop playing
unless we both get our DPS and tank up, or tank DPS or tank up, because he's too high and he doesn't enjoy the other roles with the current comp. But he might enjoy it after they do the nerfs. Although Sojourn isn't getting nerfed, so that's not changing for at
Okay,
least
let's
the rest
go.
of the
Let's
season.
go in the
Sojourn's
game.
not getting enough until next season, which is a massive issue because she takes over the games on her own. But the meta is going to, if you want the hard meta of like peak, I believe it's going to be Sojourn, Tracer, Hog, Kiriko Ana, which
Not
sounds
Reaper?
really weird.
Oh well, because Reaper's gonna be able to get grabbed.
Well, it's really weird, but Korean Contenders is being run, and that's what Korean Contenders has turned into because they allow the meta to develop past playoffs. So Hog's really good because they're nerfing Zarya, and he can burst through Zarya's bubbles. Um, and I think, I don't know. You sort of like I don't know the exact reason why you ran Reaper. I want to say to give your Sojourn time to work because that,
I,
if I would imagine the entire point of Winston, Reaper, Kiriko, Lucio is to give your Sojourn space and to give her time to do her thing and take over the game.
mhm.
Um, but also Reaper Kiriko ult is fucking busted. But I think they found, I think people have realized at this point that Kiriko Hog ult is like really crazier than Reaper ult because Reaper you could boop him out of the way. Hog can now grab you in his ult and then fire on you. It's really I think that's yeah.
That's
I think
terrifying.
that's
Uh,
Just listening to that right now.
Yeah.
What,
Listening to Hog hook you.
sorry, go ahead.
I thought that
yeah.
was it.
Anyways, that's the meta.
Oh,
That's,
Okay.
that's the meta's gonna be. I don't like the meta right now. I think the meta's boring.
Yeah. So
Just mix in.
that's why he doesn't really enjoy playing comp on other roles. Lou, what were you gonna say right now?
I didn't say I didn't know that hog ult could be affected. Sorry, yeah, hog ult could be affected by critical ult.
Mhm.
I didn't know that was possible.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Everyone, everything in the game.
Um.
Mercy can get double res and Valk with Kiriko ult. Also, that's like another crazy
Jeez.
thing. Is if you pop Valk and Kiriko's ult res immediately, you'll be able to res before Kiriko's ult, before your Valk ends. Go res again.
All right.
That's not
Cool.
fun.
It's fun for
Oh wait,
Mercy
it is.
mains.
The ult's not getting
Yeah,
enough.
yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
Kiriko
it's
doesn't
not.
need enough. She
I
was
don't
one of
think so.
the. Kiriko was one of the few people in that meta that didn't. Lucio did not need enough. Kiriko did not need enough. They didn't really get enough. Kiriko got a small enough, but actually a decent enough. Um, and then Winston's not getting nerfed, which is good because Winston is good but not unbalanced. Zarya is very unbalanced. Steve is very unbalanced. Mostly, you're going to be playing a lot of Winston Hog in this next meta.
Mhm.
Zarya's still going to be good, but not as good.
Yeah.
Anyways, enough with
Um.
that watch talk. What
Yeah.
is someone else playing? It's
Well, what are you thinking of Mario Rabbids?
very good so far. Um, it's yeah, it's been so long since I played the original one that I'm having a hard time remembering what's any different, to be honest. So I'm
Okay.
just enjoying it because I played Mario Rabbids on stream in February of 2020. So I'm almost 3 years out from that.
Uh huh.
Um, and so I don't remember if you started with only two people on your team. I'm pretty sure you had two people just to begin with, and then you picked up a third really early on.
No, I think
But
you
here
got.
you
I think you
started
had
from.
all three the whole game.
I think it was just to ease players into this game. They only give you two, but
Yeah.
you unlock your third party slot so quickly that it kind of makes me wonder why.
It's just
Like
too, like you said, it's just to ease them in. My party is Luigi, Peach, and Rabbid Mario. Rabbid Mario is busted, dude.
Rabbit Mario is crazy. Goombas like I get it's Goombas. I'm not trying to say like I'm so good I took out Goombas, but 9 Goombas lined up in front of me and I popped them all with Rabbit Mario.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's busted. I changed the difficulty because you can customize the difficulty. I made the enemies like on hard mode, but I made the rest of the game on normal mode because none of the other difficulty settings interested me. But I did want the enemies to be a little harder, so I did do that.
What does that mean?
So when you're on hard mode, the enemies do more damage to you and they have more health. So there's a custom bar on Mario Rabbids and Sparks of Hope that you can customize your difficulty. So it's like they you can set different aspects of the game into different difficulties, and I made enemies hard and the rest of the game on normal.
Like what things get affected by it?
What other effects could you could affect like every time you level up, you can either on normal you get some health back, on easy you get all health back, on hard you don't get any health back. So that's like another aspect of it.
So
So there's like a few things. I think there's like 3 or 4 things that you can change. I just changed the enemies because I got to a point where I really like Rapid Mario on my team, but I got to a point where he was like carrying every single battle, and I didn't really want that. So changing it to hard did make it harder. So he's not carrying it anymore. It's balanced now. And actually, I wanted to keep Mario on it, but he wasn't cutting it, so I replaced him with Peach because I needed either Peach or Rabbit Peach, and I like I don't really healing is useful, but I like the shielding that Peach gives. Jerry, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Minecraft. You know, that's my little online game for the time being. But I started Ragnarok. I started Tuesday. I know the game came out Wednesday, but I managed to snag a copy at GameStop Tuesday night at 9. So I managed to get a little gameplay early. And my God, it is. I can't wait for you guys to play it. It's really good. I feel like the first one that came out on PS4, I from what I remember, I didn't really have any issues, and it just felt like with Ragnarok, it's like, oh, like they added on things that is pretty much a plus. So it's like, oh, like, I didn't know I needed this until I played Ragnarok, and like the combat feels smoother. Everything just feels like they really just took their time with this game and it shows.
Awesome. We'll talk a little bit more about it when we talk about the recent releases because I really want to hear more of your thoughts on it. Have you been playing anything else? Or is it just those two?
No, so it's just been that. I know I finished Cult of the Lamb a while ago, but I recently they're releasing they made pre-orders for a physical copy, so I managed to get the deluxe, I believe.
Oh,
So I'm
nice.
getting a steelbook for it, and then I'm just getting that for just to collect it, and it's for my PS5.
All right, awesome. Uh, Lou, what have you been playing?
Yo, mama got him. Playing Modern Warfare 2, and what else have I been playing? I started P5R. It's going well.
Playing what?
Persona 5 Royal.
Oh, through Game Pass?
It's through Game Pass now, available for free. And what else? I think what else? What other game? Splatoon 3, I guess.
Oh yes, but I forgot about Splatoon 3.
Yeah. But mostly Modern Warfare 2. I'm just gonna say that's it.
Okay,
So I can remember.
you ready for season 1?
Season 1? Yeah, definitely. I'm just excited for Warzone 2 with the proximity chat. I want to see how people are toxic on it.
Dude,
How do
you're
you
It's
gonna.
funny.
how do you like Modern Warfare? Like
I
I'm
think
hearing mixed things about it.
I think it's good. I think it's really good. Um, with more time with the credit class stuff and like unlocking things, it's starting to make more sense. Like because you know how you have to like play one gun and do unlock attachments for other guns.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, that only affects like its family. So like the M4 affects the M16, the M4 Icarus, which is like the LMG,
Okay.
the battle rifle, and then the SMG form. So they transfer throughout the family, and so like you want to level up other guns, you gotta go through those guns, like the main weapon, and then give attachments for the other family. And I think it's cool because you don't have to unlock everything, and it makes it like a nice addition where the grind isn't as hard.
Okay. I hear that it has a really the gameplay is solid, is really solid. But I hear the multiplayer feels incomplete. I haven't seen why. That's just what I've read. That people feel that it feels incomplete, and but the biggest thing I've seen people complain about is that the UI is atrocious.
Oh
Is the
my
But
UI that bad?
God.
yeah, because like for some reason, instead of making so instead of making the UI like vertical where like you could like go up and down,
Mm-hmm.
they made it horizontal. So it's like to scroll through your things, you have to go left and right
Mm-hmm.
instead of going up and down. So everything looks cluttered.
Well,
If it's like
And
the if is it the same from the beta, Lou? Like exactly the same?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I hate it. Immediately hate it because it looks so unorganized and so like clunky. Not
Yeah.
clunky. It just doesn't look appealing.
Yeah. It looks like they're trying to modernize it to like feel like other things. Like I could say like a Netflix menu, like the different genres.
oh,
And they failed.
okay. Well, hopefully they fix it. Hopefully they take the feedback, because it does sound like they have a good foundation set. And there were rumors. This wasn't the topic, so I'll just throw it in. There's rumors that Sledgehammer is making like an expansion for it next year, and then we're not gonna get a Call of Duty next year, and then we'll get Treyarch's Call of Duty in 2024,
Damn, they're already planning an expansion?
and that the
Well, yeah,
expansion
it
is
makes
gonna
sense
cost 70.
because like recently I was watching this video talking about how like Cold War was very bad. Like it was released in a very bad time
Mm-hmm.
because like it sucks that like it was Black Ops 4 and then Modern Warfare 2019, then back to a Treyarch game because they
Yeah.
only had like months to create Cold War, and then Vanguard came out and that was atrocious. It's like, bro,
Yeah, I heard nothing good about Vanguard. Like nothing good. I was like, ooh,
that's so good.
ooh.
I heard, I think I seen a post where they're like, "Oh, this is the end of the zombie storyline, like for Vanguard." And I was like, I don't know. You didn't like, I didn't see any promotion for like
Oh, and
what
no
was in
zombies.
between or in the beginning.
No, I only remember like there's like only I can remember that there's like one zombie map and that was Numa.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. I know they wanted to try something new, but they failed
Yeah,
horribly because I heard nothing.
forgot about the zombies. I forgot I even had zombies.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, Vanguard sucks. Modern Warfare 2 sounds like it has good foundation, so we'll see what they do next with it. I have been playing a lot of
Didn't ask
God of War.
for joking.
Not
Oh my
not
god.
not Ragnarok. I've been playing God of War 2018 in preparation of Ragnarok. I am gonna beat it tonight, probably after we're done playing Overwatch. I am in the final hour or less than an hour. I'm at the final boss fight.
Mhm.
So I'm almost done with the game. I kind of breezed through, beelined the story, very little side stuff. I was thinking about doing more because I haven't played it in a long time, but I already played it and I did most of the side stuff the first time I played it, and I just want to go to Ragnarok. So I think I just beelined the story, and I think when I get to Ragnarok, I am gonna do a lot of the side stuff in Ragnarok because God of War does do their side quests and side content really really well. I defeated 3 of the Valkyries,
Oof.
so I didn't have too much trouble on it. I actually got 2 of them done today and 1 last night. Um, so I am happy I did that. I think in the first time I played it, I also did 3. So, but it was different 3. And this time I did, yeah, I did only 1 was the same. So I've got most of them done, combining both playthroughs. I mean, uh, it's really good. I am enjoying it a lot. Atreus is
Annoying.
annoying
Annoying.
annoying for it's just for like in total story wise I think it's just like 2 hours. The first time I played it felt like 10, but that's because I was doing a lot of the side stuff in the middle, which made it feel like it was a lot longer where he went through that phase. But uh isn't in reality it isn't that long, but in the time that he does have that phase, it is so annoying. But I do like him again. I did like him at the beginning of the game. And that's God of War. Sparks of Hope. I've been playing that. I'm on the 3rd world now. I've been chipping at that slowly because I started Galaxy 2 and I'm trying to juggle Sparks of Hope and Galaxy 2 for the new video. I made
Same
a
game.
what?
Not?
I didn't hear you.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I made like 2 tweets earlier talking about Chat Sound because I just needed to air air that out where we've been slow, but we have a lot of stuff that we're working on and ideas. So there's like a monthly series I want to get going starting in January. So I'm really excited to kick that off. And then aside from that, on stream, I started what?
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Stop.
Overwatch 2. I'm not gonna talk about Overwatch 2 because we go on tangents all the time whenever we do it on the podcast.
Okay,
Um,
valid.
uh, just finished my tournament cycle for my university team, and start Sonic Frontiers. I will talk about that when we talk about the recent games because I do have some stuff I want to talk about, especially stuff that probably it means a lot to me, but probably Brandon as well, since he also really likes Sonic. So I'll get there when we get there. For now, we are gonna move on to the recent game releases, and Jerry is gonna be going soon.
No,
So
well, I'm good.
you're good.
Change of plans. Yeah, I'm changing plans. If you want to go,
Do you want to
whatever
stay?
order.
Are you staying the whole time, or are you still gonna
Yeah.
leave earlier?
No, I'll stay the whole time.
Oh, okay, cool. Never mind. Jerry's gonna stay all the time, so we'll go in order and just get through the topics list. Jerry, pinned in the Discord are the topics if you want that like document to have a reference. If you want to just go with the flow, you can just go with the flow. But there is that if you want to like look to see what we're gonna talk about, that's on there. It's pinned in the Discord.
Midnight and the
Yeah, Midnight
where?
Channel Discord in general, it's pinned there if you want to just take a look. But for recent game releases, we start off with Mario Party 1 and 2 on the Switch Online service that came out the 2nd of November. And we tried out Mario Party 1 and it plays really well for what it is. That game is brutal and mean and
It's
poor
fine.
Brandon, but
More bricks.
but it's a lot of fun, and we have a video that we want to make with all the Mario Party games, but we do need to we need to finish what we're working on already before we can start on it. Brand's working on something, I'm working on something. We want to finish it before we work on it so we can have our focus on it.
That
But
was that was probably the best Mario Party Monday stream we've done.
in a while, yeah. I don't like there's like the first few superstar streams when all the boards were new and like we were experimenting with it. That was a lot of fun. Um,
I hate that it didn't get clipped more, because that was like really a
yeah,
very good
I
stream.
I would need to go back because I usually do most of my clips that I put on TikTok, which we need to get the Chinatown stuff. I wanted to talk to you about the Chinatown TikTok because we need to get the ball rolling on that.
We're gonna get a Chowtown content house, by the way, guys.
Yes, we
Let's
are.
go.
Um,
1-bedroom
Ready to
apartment.
leave this wretched state. Let me know when.
Are you ready to leave, Brandon? Are you actually ready to leave?
I don't want to fucking be in the state, dude. I love my parents.
Bring present to you, bro.
Listen,
But you don't want to be in there anymore,
I want to be with y'all. Y'all my friends.
dude. I'm telling you, within the next few years, we're bringing you here.
Well, yeah, I'm like
It's
permanently.
well over with.
Yes, permanently within the next few years. You're staying
Yeah,
here.
that's what I want. Yeah,
Dude,
it's like
once you
I
come
don't.
here, you're not gonna want to go back. I promise you.
The only way,
I'm not gonna be there for the state itself. I'm being there for y'all.
yeah, the only reason you're gonna want to leave the first time you come is because
Homesick.
you mentioned you get homesick. But like in the future, like there's just so much, and obviously it's the state where you're not coming for the state, you're coming for us. But the stuff that we can do together here is a lot. So
I get homesick on vacations mostly. When I've moved houses the past 2 times, because I moved at very important points in my life. I moved at 14 years old, and then I moved at 19 years old. So like I moved at really important points, and I was always like upset about moving. But once I got once I got to this place, like here, the last time I moved, once I got to this house, I was like ready to go. It was a little upsetting, like I wanted to go back, but like I wasn't homesick.
mhm.
If I know like I'm going somewhere permanently, I don't really get homesick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I my only rule with moving is I always tell my I told my parents my biggest problem when we move houses is when we're actually moving stuff to from house to house on multiple trips. Whatever trip I go to the new house on, I'm never coming back. I don't ever want to go back to my old houses or my old apartment
Wait,
in my life.
so what happens when you move here? You're not gonna visit your parents? Because they're
Well,
probably
I mean,
staying
they're
there.
still living in this house. It's different. Like, if they, well, what I mean is, if I permanently move out of a residence, I never want to go back to it in my life because I'll just be sad.
Okay.
But if they're still like living here, then sure, I'll come back here. But if I leave and then they leave here right after, I'm never coming back to this place in my life.
Okay.
That
Makes
makes
sense.
sense. You wouldn't want to go to another house on the Disney.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
I'd be breaking.
So, yeah, Mario Party 1, Jared, you haven't tried it, but you would love it, dude. That
Was that the one for the 64?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was 1, 2, and 3. 3's coming in January, I'm pretty sure. But 1 and 2 are
God,
on.
that sounds brutal.
It's so fun. Lou, do you want to play more with us?
I'm down.
All right.
Mhm.
I'll invite you next time because me and Brandon are gonna have to play a good amount of it.
Yeah, we're not. That's not going to be a stream, right?
No, it's not gonna only be on stream. But once you're done with your project that you're working on right now, we'll be able to play it more because I can juggle things. I can juggle a few things, but I want you to finish the thing you're doing first.
Uh, I I feel like I'm going to hit a point soon where I'm just going to start blasting through. Um, I'm just, I don't know. I hit roadblocks every once in a while where like I need to talk to you about what you think the right way to go is with my script because
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently at one of those roadblocks, like a minor one,
Mm-hmm.
where like I know what words I want to put down. I just don't know if it's the right time to talk about a thing in the script or if I need to just get through the story section first, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We after the stream, if you want, while we're playing and stuff, we can do it. Oh, there goes Lou.
Yeah.
We'll hopefully he'll come back and then we'll talk more after the stream then. Harvestella also came out the 11th of November. 4th of November. I saw 4 and 11. I just couldn't think it. So the 4th of November it came out. Not enough reviews for a Metacritic score, but it's selling a lot. I haven't heard anything bad about it, so I imagine it's doing all right. Then Sonic Frontiers came out on Tuesday. Metacritic score of 73 and a user score of 8.9. It's not being review bombed, but there
Good.
are some questionable reviews. Like I checked the user score. One of the first ones was a 0 and it said bad game and like
Yeah,
overrated or something like. Good, man.
yeah, every game's gonna have
Yeah.
those,
So
unfortunately, but like critically, it has some some stinkers
yeah.
also.
So critically, there's also some, and I'll talk about after I do it for reference. So for reference, and these are the one with more reviews. These are the GameCube versions, not the Dreamcast versions. The Dreamcast versions, Metacritic score are a lot higher, but they also have like half the reviews. So Sonic Adventure 1 on the GameCube has a 57 on Metacritic, and Sonic Adventure 2 on the GameCube has a 73. Obviously, the Metacritic scores did not come out when the games came out. It came out a lot later. Lou's probably having some issues, so hopefully,
Actually, if you look at Metacritic scores, like the critic scores are from like papers and stuff. Like the critic ones are dated when they came out.
are they?
Yeah, they're dated. So if you went back and looked at like Majora's Mask Metacritic, you'll see that it's from magazines and stuff that are
Uh,
dated 1990 sorry, 2001.
oh yeah, I see them. I see some. It's just weird. Like Adventure 2 on the Dreamcast is an 89. Also, again, only has half the reviews. So I don't know what that discrepancy is, but Sonic Frontiers is rating critically similar to those two games, and uh, it is fighting. I mentioned it a few months ago. I don't know if you remember, Brandon, where it's fighting an uphill battle where there is a lot of bias against Sonic in the media.
Yeah.
and you hear it all the time. Sonic has had a rough transition into 3D. Sonic had some growing pains. Or Sonic 06. It's like it's a little draining hearing it, and then you see it with there was one of the reviews where it's again constant 7s and 8s, which is fine, 7s and 8s, and then a 20 out of nowhere,
Mhm.
and that which tanked the score. So it's a little weird. I do think it should be a little higher, but it is a huge improvement over Forces, which Forces got like a 50 something on Metacritic, I think.
How
Which
do you like the open world for the game?
it's very good. Uh, it feels super good to control, especially in the 60 FPS mode. As soon as I got into gameplay, I changed it to 60 to the performance mode. Sonic, this is like one of the best Sonic's controlled in a long time. My only complaint is when you jump, you like kind of have to commit for it because you can't, like in the adventure games you could like turn around. In Force and Frontiers you can't turn around, but it's been like that for a while too. You don't have much control when he jumps, in terms of like reversing the movement. But it's also, I wouldn't say it's bad either. It's just how the game moves. Sonic himself controls really well. The combat is really nice. There are a lot of combos. It's a little hard to keep track of, but there is something something you can learn in the skill tree that the combos can come out automatically, but they do less damage. So
Oh.
so there's like we're gonna get there, Corn. I'm gonna, yeah, you already know I'm gonna talk about Xenoblade 3 when we get there. So he controls really well. And as a Sonic fan, there is very, very little that I can complain about this game. My biggest issue with the game is there is some heavy pop in. A lot of the time I do not notice it because I'm just so distracted doing a bunch of stuff. But when I do notice it, it's never it never impedes on the gameplay, but it is and like a weird distraction. Like you're going through the world and then boop, you just see a platform pop up. Uh, and like I said, I don't notice it all the time because I'm just like running and doing a bunch of stuff. But there is that pop in. And uh, was it what happened?
Nothing.
And
Sorry.
the biggest thing I do want to comment about it is that the world feels good to explore. It's not empty. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do like everywhere in it. And everything that you do in the world feels like it has purpose. It feels like it has purpose in it. It doesn't feel like you're just moving to move. There's like these collectibles around that you can use to unlock like side content for lore, like side cutscenes that aren't part of the main story that I think Brandon especially you'll really like. Um, and you don't even need to get it. Like it's really it's just hidden, and there's just a lot of stuff to past games while you're running around in the overworld. Sonic will say some quotes referencing the past games, and they're random, so you might not even get them. Did you ever play Sonic Riders, Jerry?
Sonic Riders. Is that when they introduced Silver and you're grinding on rails? No, they always
No,
did
no,
that.
no. It's when they introduced Jet the Hawk, and they're on hoverboards.
Okay. I've never played it, but I think I know of that one.
Okay, well they reference that one, and that's a spin-off. Uh, did you ever play Sonic Adventure?
Sonic
It's the
Adventure.
one that has
I think I might have.
it's like not an open world, but it's like 6 or 7 different stories. You can choose Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Big, and
No. Okay, then no, I haven't played that one. I think the one I remember the most is that I played Heroes, and that was
okay.
like on the original Xbox.
Okay, so that's the one. Okay, and they referenced there's like a heroes line somewhere in there too. So they have a lot of really cool references, and especially to adventure, which makes me really happy. They're doing some funny stuff with the story that I'm not going to talk about because I want Brandon to see it for himself when he plays it, and also in case anyone in chat wants to experience it for themselves. But they're doing some really funny stuff in that story that is making me like look at it. There's more to the Cocos that people might be thinking at first.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. So there's more to the Cocos than people might be thinking. But last thing I'm gonna say before we move on, or before I let someone else say anything. I'm the only one that's played Frontiers, but before I let someone say anything,
Is who?
is I don't know, Lou, you might be playing it by now. They have a big fishing mini game. I've only found in the first and it might be in the
Spoilers.
second one, but it's only in but I've only found in the first one, and it plays lo-fi music while you're fishing. There's lo-fi music while you're fishing, and then when you catch a fish, it plays the jingle from when it plays a jingle of the beginning of the theme when you catch a fish in Sonic Adventure 1. And that made me really, really happy when I saw it. Brandon, I know you want to play Frontiers. You don't have it yet. But do you have any thoughts on it since it's come out?
I sure do. Thank you for asking. I think the game has been
It's because he's
properly
muted.
written. The story is well collected. It grasps the blue guy going as fast as he can. Also, is this out on all consoles or
Yeah.
are they strictly Nintendo?
No, that's not all. It's on everything.
I don't know why for some reason I thought they were only on Nintendo.
Yeah, it's on everything.
Alright.
Brian, you're muted. Brian, you're muted. You've been muted this whole time. That's why Jerry started talking. That's why Jerry started talking.
I was gonna say I thought Nintendo owned them until a couple years back. That was
Yeah, Nintendo
looks good
owns it.
visually.
Looks good visually.
Yeah. Do you want to, without major spoilers, would you want to know more details about that 20 out of 10, 20 out of 100 of me?
Is there a spoiler in there?
No. The review is spoiler free.
Uh,
But do you want to know about some of the complaints?
Sure.
that 20 out of 100 has? It ripped to fucking shreds on Twitter, by the way. Shouts to Twitter. Fucking ripped that tweet to shreds because they put out a tweet earlier. Digital Trends put out
That's
a
what
tweet
it was.
earlier in October saying based on our final hands-on preview, Sonic Frontiers has improved quite a lot since we played it earlier this summer. That was word for word what they put out in October. So the pros and cons on the website, and you can tell me which one of these you agree or disagree with after two streams. Sorry, after two streams.
3.
The pros, right? Impressive scale.
Okay.
And combat is fine.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
I can see why
It
people would
seems
say
like
it's just fine.
the grasping out of pro and con. I don't know if I would have put combat is fine. If it's fine, I don't know if I would have put it in the pros, to be honest.
Go ahead
Yeah.
and put it in the economy.
Um, Cons, which there are 5, by the way, I've written
Okay.
down. Poor game feel, which is kind of an empty statement.
Like
I don't
control.
think that it just says poor game feel.
Okay. Disagree.
That's not a statement.
I don't know what
at
that
all.
means.
That's
I don't
not-
know what that means.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
I don't think that means it. If I called Sunshine, I mean, I've said Sunshine just feels bad, but I'm actively trying to go in depth in my review of it to talk about why I think it feels bad. And I've looked into it, and I do think I pinpointed that I think it feels bad because of an overcommitment to direction and how slow and sluggish Flood could feel if you're trying to move any direction than forward when you're hovering.
Mhm.
And also, he feels very weightless and floaty a little bit. But that's the first con. Con number 2, laughable story, which I can go into more detail because Twitter ripped this shit to shreds. Um,
What's bad about a funny story? It's Sonic.
What's wrong with sharing a few giggles and laughs?
I expect laughs from Sonic games.
it's he dislikes that it's taking itself seriously
Yeah. Because
with its story. That was the major complaint. I'm not gonna go word for word because he does say some about certain moments. Not what's in those moments, but he does say like certain moments where the game wants to make you cry, and that's a negative for him. Um,
Okay.
so like that was one of the big complaints.
All right, I'm gonna respond to that really quickly. Adventure 2, Adventure 1, it, for what you want to say, oh 06. A lot of Sonic games take themselves seriously, and it's not a bad thing. Oh 06 was just written poorly, but Adventure 2, Adventure 1, to an extent, some aspects of Shadow the Hedgehog, some aspects. Um, Part of the reason why like Shadow is such a good character is the emotional aspect of it. He saw, how old was Maria? However old she was, he saw a little girl die, get shot right in front of him.
Let's
And
go.
Um,
so Frontier's taking itself seriously is just back to what it should be.
Mhm. They also forgot about the game where Shadow had guns, you know?
Yeah, God.
also, he mentions Donkey in his review.
Why?
Here. He says, quote, with every new dialogue scene, I found myself either completely puzzled or laughing hard at how seriously the game was trying to take itself. The story becomes increasingly nonsensical as it goes on, and will likely only live on due to viral YouTube compilations of its oddest moments. In brackets, it's like someone built a game just for Donkey. Once again, we're stuck with a Sonic game narrative aiming to turn the cartoon series into something much more serious and not doing it well. The approach that has never worked for Sonic Team, so it's no surprise that it struggles here. Um, Another back to the cons because we only said two. Con number three is busted collectible economy. I don't know what that means. If it's like blue coins.
No, so okay, so there's a lot of collectibles. There's purple coins that they're used for big fishing. You need to spend up one blue coin to catch one fish, and you can buy stuff for it. Uh, there are cogs to open the cyberspace stations. I don't think that's busted. There are defense and attack seeds that you can use to trade in. There are Koroks you can use to increase your speed and ring capacity. And then there are character collectibles that are used to unlock the side cutscenes. The uh, I don't think any of it is busted. Jerry.
No, sorry.
Um,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom.
You're fine, you're fine.
Con number four is frustrating boss fights, which I haven't read this, so I don't know if it means
Like hard?
like they just need to get good, or if I don't know fully what that means. So
I don't think
for that's fine.
I've only had one boss fight, and I guess I would count the other enemies mini bosses. There's some jinx to the game. There's like, because of how the movement works, there have been two or three bosses. I think it's been two moments where I've gone into like a speed thing and just get launched, and it's like that. I was like, that's not supposed to happen. But it's not frustrating because even when you're in the air, you can control to get back to it. Um, there have been some frustrating enemies, but the reason why I find them frustrating is for that get good aspect of it, where I need to figure out their patterns. So that's I don't think that's a valid criticism. I don't think it's like, I hate comparing it to Dark Souls because everyone compares it to Dark Souls, but it's like when it's like if you were to complain about a Souls game for being hard. It's like complaining for Elden, like, oh, Elden Ring's bosses are frustrating. That's a con. It's like that. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's what it sounds like, and that's weird.
Um, last the last con, by the way. They specifically said that this review was played on PlayStation 5
Mm-hmm.
at the end of it. I did check that. And the last con is ugly graphics. um which I watched your stream and I didn't think that it actively looked ugly. I wouldn't call it that. I don't know if you would. I mean, I
I
know I was seeing it through a stream.
I wouldn't. I think it's beautiful, especially like during daytime and sunset.
So they tweeted out this review, and obviously they got ripped to shreds. And someone made there was a very standard point that was made of that they should have. They had someone who was like Digital Trends, the site that ran the review, had some There was this woman who was running all the Frontier stuff for them, apparently up into release, and then they just didn't give her the review. They gave it to a different guy. Um, and someone tweeted out what everyone has been saying. There's a bunch of stuff like this, even on Reddit, because this also got ripped apart on Reddit. Um, Maybe next time give a review to someone else, someone who doesn't hate Sonic outright. You definitely have more people on your team. The dude who reviewed it responded on Twitter saying, I don't hate Sonic. I grew up with Heroes, Shadow, and '06. Have a soft spot for Lost World and the movies, and gave Sonic Mania Plus a 9.5 when it was released. Which is I is a funny excuse. Saying I don't hate Sonic, I gave Mania a 9.5. What do you mean? I gave Mania Plus a 9.5. Yeah, I think that's like also like
That makes no
it,
sense because like Mania is like
it,
2D Sonic. It's like it's 2D Sonic, not really the same thing.
it's I'm laughing at it, and I know this is I'm not like making this like a comparison of why like this is stupid. It's not stupid for this reason, but I'm laughing at it because I read that I'm like, yeah, I feel like that's what people say when they say I'm not racist. Like, yeah, I'm not saying that's the exact same thing at all. Anything,
But
but
that's what
like
like you
that's why
thought
it's
of.
dumb.
But it's like because people's defense, like they say
Yeah,
the defense is I'm not this because I have one exception because I have one exception.
also, I'd just like to point out, my guy, you grew up with Heroes, Shadow, and '06.
I don't
You
know
grew
why
up
he
with the
said that.
weakest point of the series.
I
That doesn't
don't.
help the case when you say, I'm not against Sonic. I grew up with the worst part the series ever went through.
Yeah, that doesn't help his case. I don't think. I agree. I think the shittiest part is they didn't give it to the woman that was covering Sonic Frontiers up until release. Like that's if like Lou, if Chowtown ends up becoming a business or whatever,
Mhm.
we give you this assignment, the next Pokemon game. You're covering it from their announcement and going to their preview
Mhm.
events, and you're
Yeah.
covering, you're doing reports.
Yep. Yep.
And then I tell Brandon to review the game.
It, so the person Christina Alexander released articles, specifically October 24th. That tweet that I said people were quoting as a joke, because Digital Trends did tweet out about how Sonic Frontiers is better with the final hands-on thing, and then this review came out. Christina Alexander, the person that they should have handed it to, that was covering it, did make, I believe, the article that I was linking to, that the headline was, after playing 6 hours of Sonic Frontiers, I'm sold on the open zone pivot. Um, that's what that person said. And they also have another article on Digital Trends saying, here's Sonic Frontiers frame rates on every platform, including Switch. They have looked into it. They've given Frontiers to this person who has very much looked into Frontiers and likes it, and also wrote the article on Frontiers and Monster Hunter's crossover. I think they wrote every article up into the review on Frontiers for this website.
That just feels really shitty. I like that. That's just scummy.
It is like rather than being told get on this thing and then being told, oh, last minute, oh, this guy's gonna do it for you because yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a funny thing, and it does shed light on, like, because IGN also has this massive problem of you can just give the game to the wrong person. I'm sure I'm very much not the right person to review a Call of Duty game. I don't like Call of Duty at all. It's not great. So, and IGN has that where you can get a bad score by giving the game to the wrong person.
I think I think games should be. It's like such a like interesting debate. Like my philosophy should be like every game should be reviewed by a person that has an, that it appeals to. Like not get someone that hates RPGs to review RPGs. I feel like that's just really dumb. Or maybe even to people that are indifferent about it, because the moment you give it to someone that it's not their type of game, you already know it's gonna get a bad review. It's just really really weird. Um,
Yeah, it's it is a funny review, and it's the biggest problem with, like, um the biggest problem with gaming journalism and articles and stuff is that it has no credibility. And honestly, to be fair, I didn't know what the fuck a digital trends was before this.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you did. Um,
No.
because I could tell you that I don't think anyone was quoting the reviews. Welcome back, Jay.
Thank
I
you.
don't think anyone was quoting the reviews before this.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't take that. To be fair, there are extremes on the other side. While that did get a 20, Forbes gave it a fucking 90. Forbes gave this game a 90.
What game?
I don't know.
Sonic?
Frontiers, yeah.
Final
Frontier,
Frontier.
yeah, this game is averaging like sevens and stuff. Like IGN gave it a 7. It has 73 on Metacritic. Destructoid gave it a 7. I think Kotaku probably gave it a 7. I feel like I saw Kotaku give it a 7. Forbes gave it a 90.
Yeah, but the reason why I'm not opposed to that is because what's like the stretch between sevens and eights to nines is just like a 1.2 point difference, and two is a 5 or 6 point difference, which is like
Yeah.
it's like I have an easier time of seeing how someone could see it as a 9 rather than how someone can see it as a 2.
I think in one of the few cases I would ever look at it and recommend trusting a score, I would trust the user score. This doesn't happen often, but I would trust the user score because if there's anyone that will fuck up a review score, it's rabid Sonic fans and review bombing. And this game has an 8.8
Yep.
in the user score. And it has how many? 1,000? Over 1,000 reviews?
Yep. So 8.8 on user. Jerry's back though, so we can go to Ragnarok. So God Over Ragnarok released Wednesday,
November 9th.
November 9th. Metacritic score of 94. There was a lot of talk if this was going to get sequel-itis, which like a lot of sequels have been struggling to get over that hunch of being just getting over that hunch. Like there's like a lot of sequels that struggle to get like 90 and stuff, and even Bayonetta 3 couldn't break 90 when Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2 did. So like that was like a big surprise to a lot of people. Even though Bayonetta 3 did score very high, but it just couldn't break that. It couldn't break that threshold. So 94, same score as God of War 2018, but all the critics are saying that it is. Most critics are saying that it is significantly, maybe not even, it's better in every way than 2018, and 2018 was already great. The user score is 8.4, but that is while it is getting review bombed. The Ragnarok is getting review bombed pretty badly on for the user score. So
Just on
that's
Xbox kids.
so that's an 8.4 while it's getting
And-
review bombed. Lose an Xbox kid. Why are you doing this?
He's not included in that. He's not review bombing them, right, Luke?
I'm about to. Stop talking.
um
Okay, I don't like the game.
so I'm very excited to play this game. I have a lot of theories about it, but I'm not going to talk about the story or gameplay because I haven't played it. Brandon, you haven't played it. Lou, don't think you've played it. So I'm gonna let
Oh my
Jerry.
God, you're always assuming. I'm joking.
Jerry, you can talk about a bit. What do you? And you talked a little bit when we talked about we've been playing, but do you have any other thoughts that you wanted to talk about with the game?
Honestly, like going into the game, I was like, no, I know they have a story planned out. Obviously, it was set up in the first one, and there's more to it. And like I was kind of worried of like visiting some old places, or it's like it's gonna get stale, it's gonna get boring. But like it looks like it's just everything's just been switched. Like there's some areas you're gonna be familiar with, but it's drastically changed. I'm not gonna say what or how, but you do just completely different. Like the game, I didn't even think it was needed, but like the combat was it was brushed up. They managed to find something more where it was like, okay, we can improve it by doing this, and I think they did a good job. And then Atreus is cool. No complaints from him from being a shithead from the first one. It just looks like how what I was also worried about story wise is how it was gonna pick up after how the first one ended because of what we saw.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it all transitioned very smoothly.
Nice. And
So no complaints right now.
okay, so no complaints. And how long? How many hours do you think you have on it so far? If you had to estimate.
I haven't been able to dive completely into the game. Not I wouldn't say completely, but I haven't really made that big of a scratch into the game. I'd say I'm still in the first, maybe an hour or two, and even then, it's like barely passing the first area or the
Okay.
beginning of the game. But it feels good, you know. I don't have any complaints. I think everything's. Oh, actually, no. There is one. Because they switched up um how to retrieve your axe and your blades. They kind of switched that, and it conflicted with the quick turn. I don't know if you ever used that in the first one, where you're fighting enemies and you have to quick turn.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of switched that up. I don't think it's that bad. It's just a matter of me getting
Used
used
to
to
it.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, because now what you have to do is you have to have your shield out, and then you press down, do a quick turn. And
Oh,
if
okay.
you don't like that, there's a feature in the settings that my friend showed me where all you have to do is just hold down on the left thumbstick and then click it as well, and then that's another way of doing the turn. That was a little taboo for me because I was not expecting that, but I'm slowly getting used to it.
Okay. So now it's a button combination instead of just down.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. That's not. In the grand scheme of things, it's not too bad. Like you just gotta get used to it. Okay. All right. Well, that's what has come out recently. So there is one game coming out pretty soon, and I believe three of us are getting it. Um, Brandon probably will get it eventually, just not soon because Frontiers is probably the next game he's gonna get. Um, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That comes out
Yes.
next week. Actually, Lou, are you gonna get it? Oh wait, Lou's
Yeah,
muted.
I'm gonna get it. I'm super cringe.
Stop. I don't know if Lou's here right now, so we'll just do this segment. I want to guess the score. Guess the Metacritic score. So for reference, Sword and Shield got an 80.
Wow.
Brilliant Diamond Shine Pearl got 73,
What?
and Legends Arceus got an 83. And I want to see what you guys think Scarlet and Violet is gonna get based off of what you
Uh,
guys are seeing. I'm gonna
I
guess 84.
I'm gonna guess max maybe 82.
Max
It's around
82.
there. Yeah, like around there. It's possibly gonna be in the same area as the others, as what was it, Sword and Arceus?
Yeah, Sword and Shield and Arceus. What's up, Blue?
What are we rating?
We're trying to predict or we're guessing what Scarlet and Violet's Metacritic score is gonna be. And Sword and Shield was 80, BDSP was 73, and Legends Arceus got an 83.
Mhm.
So we're I said 84, Jerry said max 82, and Brian hasn't said anything yet.
One.
You're muted, Brandon.
No,
Not?
no, he's not.
Oh,
He
I
just
thought,
hasn't said
Talking.
anything.
He wasn't
He just
talking.
hasn't
I
said
thought he said
anything.
something. I was like, Brandon, you're muted.
Um,
Right, he could
I
go and
don't
I'll
know.
say my real answer.
What?
He can go and then I'll say my real answer.
Um, I'm an optimist. 87 to 89.
87, 89. Okay.
What did Black and White get?
That'd be high. I think Black and White is the highest Metacritic score, and that's a 90. Oh no, just kidding. Uh, it is 87.
87 to 89. I don't know. It's hard because if Black and White got that, I don't think Pokemon is confident enough to take themselves that seriously again.
Right. I
We're gonna
think
talk about the starters.
I mean we can, but actually yeah, let's talk about the stars, but I think it's gonna get like probably like an 84.
84. Okay, that's 84. I don't want to talk about the starters because I know some people are trying to hide from, or they don't want to like know about the starters.
Fair,
What we
fair,
mean,
fair.
like we're just talking about like the three starters, just the first evolution of the
Oh,
final,
the base ones.
the base ones, yeah.
Oh, Do you want to talk about the base, like the first starters, like the
Yeah,
first evolution?
why not?
Right. What did you guys want to bring up about it? Because I think everyone's picking a different one. I'm choosing. Well,
Mm. Do you okay?
yeah,
Do you know who you're picking for sure?
yeah. I'm choosing Quaxley. I think Lou. You
Nerd.
should. Lou,
Croxley.
yeah. I mean,
Quaxley.
Oh, Quaxley. For some reason, I thought about the crocodile.
no,
Coco.
I'm choosing Quaxley. Jerry, your cat.
I don't know. I really don't know. Cause I feel like if I get cat, I want to keep it in the first form, you know, cause just meow, you know, that's it. That's
Yeah.
Brandon.
I don't.
How they call?
That is right. I like your laugh.
Who are you getting, Lou?
Um,
You getting the crocodile?
Frick, Frick Coco.
Okay.
Weird. Weirdo
Not
alert.
really, not really. A lot of them. Well, that's
Okay,
not
hold on.
but
First off, how about are you guys getting Scarlet or are you guys getting Violet?
I mean Scarlet.
I might get Scarlet.
I'm getting
Okay, so-
Violet.
okay,
Wait,
that's
wait,
okay,
actually,
Brandon. You and I.
wait, am I getting Scarlet?
I'm getting Scarlet. I.
Scarlet is the legendary with
That's like
the.
the. Wait, sorry, I got confused because actually I'm going Violet because I saw some version exclusives for Violet
Mm-hmm.
that like are cool and I'm probably getting that one. So I might go
Oh.
Violet actually. Yeah, she also basically the game you're getting of the version exclusives. I don't know. That's what I like to do because sometimes there's like some Pokemon that I want that I can't get.
Okay. And Bran, have you set your sights on one of the starters?
Sprigatito.
Okay.
Nerd.
Dude, you're picking a weird crocodile.
He's cool, bro.
He's weird.
He's cool,
And now
bro.
he's
He's
What's his
a
name?
crocodile.
White Coco, bro.
Tuekaka, bro. That's what
I'm
he is.
gonna
He's weird.
Okay. All right. We're gonna be at each other's throats. Let's talk about overpriced tech. Actually, not really overpriced. Actually,
Overpriced.
it's not overpriced. It's actually a good price with other headsets in the market. But PSVR 2 got its price announced for next
What's it
year.
cost?
It
Like
costs
$7.
$550.
Bro.
$550 with no game.
Wow.
And $600 bundles. So
I'm sorry. One more time. 600.
$600 to like if you want to bundle a game with it. And VR headsets are expensive, so it is at a competitive price compared to like higher end headsets. But that is a huge asking price, anyways.
Literally. That's like the price of
I
a
feel like that
PS5.
alone sets up pressure for the game where it's like if you're paying this much, you better drop quality top tier quality VR games.
They don't. VR is still mobile gaming
Yeah,
type of shit.
the closest you're gonna get is Horizon Call of the Mountain.
And can you plug it into your PC?
No, we don't think so. I don't think so. It's not
I
confirmed.
mean,
Really?
then you don't
I
get
doubt
Half-Life
they're gonna do
Alex,
that.
but
Yeah, you don't have Half-Life Alex, but I hear Half-Life Alex was fantastic. I feel like that
yeah,
should
no,
be.
it's one of the few things that isn't like they you have to VR games have to find the niche because at the moment the just fucking mobile games and like the people who actually want to be like creative, like if you take away the novelty shit, because I get it, it's a VR headset, but a video game is not putting a player on top of a building and letting them look down with a VR headset. That's not a video game. And so stuff like Job Simulator and the more creative things are what they have to like lean into.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Or horror.
um,
I feel like horror games would be a better market for that because
Yeah.
it's first person. I don't know how true this is. My friend was telling me that they had something where if you close your eyes, the system will recognize that. And I feel like
That'd be dope.
that's I mean for any other game, yeah, that's boring. It's not gonna care. But for like Phasmophobia or like any other horror games, I feel like that's terrifying. And because it makes it terrifying, it's great.
yeah, Weeping Angels are probably like the
Oh yeah, yeah,
easiest thing.
that's what they mentioned too.
That sounds dope.
I
Yeah.
mean, of course, you're gonna have to send out warnings like, "Hey, it's gonna detect that."
Yeah, but it's still really cool, and that's the thing. Like, VR is such a cool tech, but it's still really early in its like development. That like $600, it's just 550, 600 is just really expensive, and it's very much a luxury piece of tech. I want it, but it's too expensive. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it for a while, and it sucks
It's
because
their Xbox.
VR is really really cool. So what?
It's their Xbox.
So my Xbox, I like the
Yeah.
Xbox.
And
Okay.
even then, for it to drop with no games, it's like, no, now you bought
That
it.
is true.
What are you gonna? You're just gonna stare at the main menu.
Yeah. So there's that. But
Is there anything new about the headset, or is it just like it's like the old one, but like better with the new design?
no, the screen's a lot better. It like has cameras on it to detect like special awareness. It comes with controllers. You don't use like the move controllers anymore, and the controllers look really cool. Like they have some really nice tech in the controllers too. So the tech is there. The headset is gonna be a really good headset, but it's just expensive.
We're just gonna have to see, once people get their hands on it and they get some gameplay. It's like, was it really worth $600? 550?
I'm feel really bad that they spent $600 and it's disappointing.
Just to play Among Us VR.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I forgot about
Among Us
Among Us
VR is gonna be on
VR.
there.
I think that, but it falls with what Brandon said. That's like a mobile type of game.
True.
But
Yeah,
it'll be fun for VR.
yeah.
Wouldn't be
Well, I
bad.
think Among Us VR is one of the ones that kind of leans into being creative with the headset
Mm-hmm.
to like because it is a different type of experience. Even though it is a mobile game, it is adapted to VR. What I mean is like Fruit Ninja. It's like
For
shit
Ninja
like
Okay, fair.
VR.
Beat Saber. Beat Saber is very good.
could
Yeah,
you
but
but could you not play that on a phone screen? Is what
Yeah,
I mean.
yeah.
Mhm.
Beat Saber is very good, but you can play it on the phone screen.
There are video games like don't get me wrong, it's not a VR thing. Also, VR just exposes it heavily because VR is harder to develop for. But there are The Witness is absolutely a fucking glorified mobile game in its like purest form. I mean, it is a bunch of puzzles that really didn't need to be in a 3D environment. Like that's absolutely just a mobile game.
I think Sony's gonna have to lead the charge in making more creative games like Astrobot and stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Fortnite VR.
hey,
Dude, oh
that
my god, bro,
that
this guy's
even
being
then that'll
weird
be
again.
Oh my god, hello, Jared.
even then that'll be fine. Let's see. So we already got through that.
Fortnite's better.
Let's move on. PlayStation, talk a little bit Nintendo, and do their financial report. They had their investors meeting that covered their quarter 2 of the financial year, which is July through September. So we don't have any figures from October, but we do have July through September. The Switch is now at 114 million units, which is almost past the PlayStation 4 and a Game Boy. So after that, it just has the DS and PS2. So right now it's the 5th best-selling console of all time. Software is at 917 million units, which will be unless something tragic happens. It's gonna end up being Nintendo's first 1 billion software seller. Nintendo's never gotten over that like
Oh,
1 billion number. I don't think Microsoft has either. I think it's only been Sony that's done it, but I think Sony's done it for a lot of their stuff. Um, the top 10 selling Switch games hasn't changed. It's still in this order: Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, Smash, Breath of the Wild, Sword and Shield, Odyssey, Super Mario Party, unfortunately, BDSP, Ring Fit, and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. That's 10. That's the top 10, which that's a that's 4. That's their Pokemon, and Scarlet and Violet will probably also end up being up there. Mario Party Superstars should be more than Super Mario Party, but unfortunately it's not. Um, and
Yeah,
then oh, go ahead.
I'd say I feel like Super Mario Party. It's like My Party Superstars
Mhm.
came like too late in
Yeah.
like the Switch style. So those who like got Mario Party Super Mario Party, they're probably
Yeah.
kind of not playing it on their Switch anymore, or like just aren't using it.
Yeah, I agree. Yo, what's up, Andreas? How are you? Hope you're doing well. Does anything in that 10 surprise you guys?
Breath of the Wild being that lower under what was it? It was
Smash. It's Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, Smash, and then Breath of the Wild.
yeah, I did not expect it to get that low. I
Um,
mean, it's still up there, but under Smash?
Honestly, historically, it's actually pretty impressive because most Zelda games don't sell that much. I think that most before then, I think the highest selling Zelda game got in the tens. I don't think. I think Breath of the Wild is the first to get over 20 million.
And then Animal Crossing, it's understandable. Animal Crossing was really good game. I feel like it's for anybody. Anybody can just get in. They already know the business. They already know what they have to do. They have to pay off their debt to Tom Nook unless you never want to see your family again.
Yeah. Ring
Yeah.
Fit surprised me.
Wait, oh,
Well,
Ring
they,
Fit made it on there?
Yeah, Ring Fit's number
yeah.
9. That surprised me. It's at. I gotta enlarge it. For almost 15 million. 15 million sales.
Wow.
Lou, you were gonna say something?
I was gonna say I think what contributed to Animal Crossing being up there is that like it released at the perfect time with it being
Oh
in
yeah.
COVID, everybody's at home. You know.
I think it was always gonna be in the top 10 based off of Animal Crossing sales, but it being released at that time, I think that made it get up there up to number 2. I think that's what really pushed it. Which will be really interesting to see when the next Animal Crossing comes in the next console. That's gonna be I'm gonna be really interested to see how that sells. Like if they can replicate the magic or something.
Do you think they're gonna do the same thing that they did with New Horizons, where you're gonna be able to craft stuff?
I think so. I think so. I don't see them getting rid of it. I see them fleshing it out a bit more too.
Mm-hmm.
Past that, they did provide some extra stuff. Splatoon 3 sold
Oh.
7.9 million units in its first month. Its first 3 weeks. 7.9 million. Making
It's
it
crazy, bro.
only a few million behind the number 10 spot. Yeah, it is crazy. 8 million basically, rounding it up. Switch Sports in the 3 months sold 6.15 million, which is also pretty impressive.
Really?
What's up,
I
Luke?
didn't expect it to be high.
Yeah, I know, me neither. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is now the highest selling Kirby game of all time.
Makes sense.
And then
One of the best Kirby games I played.
Xenoblade 3
Boring.
is already the highest selling Xenoblade game at 1.72 million units in its first 2 months.
Brandon, did you get Xenoblade 3?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna get it for him, but then he told me he got spoiled on like everything about it, so I didn't get it for him.
Yeah, that's about the story. You should have fun with it, you know?
I'm sure he'll whenever he does get it, because he'll probably get it whether it's in this year or next year or in 2 years, he'll probably get it and play it. He'll probably enjoy it, but I really wanted to uh hear his thoughts and like talk about it when he was finding out, but he knew everything before I knew it, so I didn't want to get it for I didn't want to. I think that was originally going to be his birthday present.
Damn. Okay.
Thanks a
But
lot, Brandon.
so yeah, but Xenoblade 3 is fantastic. And that's his financials. I don't know if you guys have anything to say about any of it. I know Splatoon 3 was the biggest surprise for me, selling 8 million in its first
Why?
3 weeks.
That's expected, bro.
That's
No,
expected.
it's not, dude.
It is.
The game's weird.
It's
Isn't it like
not.
about like isn't it about being like about vandalism, like
It's about
tagging
being
up
racist, Jerry. Okay, that's why
tagging
it's
up
Maybe
popular.
buildings? It's kind of
it's like
that's
that.
promoting vandalism,
It's just a
It's
giant race war, Jerry. That's the
promoting
whole
damage to
lore.
buildings. All right, and I don't agree.
No, it's not.
Lou,
We-
I'm
In a weird,
Grandmaster 1.
no, Jerry. In
I'm
a weird,
Apex Predator.
Jerry, in a weird way, Splatoon is tackling racism because
See,
like
and
it was a giant race war.
and you think that game deserves to be
Poor
number
Brandon.
1?
Yes.
Hold on, hold on, hold
Dude,
on. Brandon, you're gonna say something.
Do we know how much Mario Party Superstars has sold so far?
3.
Shoot. I can get it up. I think there is a number.
Because it sucks. It's been through a holiday season already, and
I
maybe
think
Black Friday.
I think it's 8 million.
Yeah, maybe Black Friday will.
Get it to top 10. It's not getting to top 10. Superstars isn't gonna get to top 10, Brand. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what will get to top 10?
What?
Fortnite.
DLC, new maps, new characters.
Of what, Splatoon?
No, Mario Party.
Dude. So we're just gonna ignore Mario Strikers?
They did show sales for Mario Strikers
Who
too.
cares about Mario Strikers? That game's dead.
Dude, it's better than
There you go.
Fortnite.
Superstars has sold 8.7 million units lifetime.
Lifetime.
8.7, which is still impressive for a Mario Party, but not as impressive as Super Mario Party, which I'm hoping Nintendo does not take that into account, because then the next Mario Party game is going to be more like Super Mario Party than Superstars, and I really do not want that. And Mario Strikers, in its first 3 months has sold 2.17 million copies.
Oh, okay. I feel like that's kind of low, even though it's a
It's
giant number.
expected.
I think
Oh my
well, the Mario
God.
Sports games actually how I think that makes it already sell more than both Striker games. How much did Mario Strikers sell? The first the first Mario Strikers sold 4.2 million copies. So it's already halfway there in its first 3 months.
Mm.
Which is pretty good.
Wow. That's
Maybe if
crazy.
they added like guns or something to the game, it would have just done better.
Okay. And then we got our final topic of the night before we end. Mista, what are you doing here? We got our final topic before we head off, which might be a little bit longer. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm actually about to head out right now. I'm about to go Mimi's. I got an early day tomorrow.
All right.
Nerd.
All right, Jerry.
All right.
Get
See you
going.
guys. Thanks for
All right.
having me, fellas.
Yep. Thank you for being
night,
here. Appreciate
Jerry.
you.
I hate his bloody, but I'm sure you saw me waving.
Okay. So now there were 3. So now we talk about the Game Award nominees, because they are getting announced on Monday. So the way that the next few podcasts are going to be laid out is, well, today we're talking about predictions for the nominees. Next one we're going to be going through the website and making our picks and predictions for each one. Or each one that we actually care about, because there's obviously going to be like the mobile category and stuff that we are not going to care about. But we did want to start or I wanted to start us off with a new category, which is best adaptations. And I had a very tough time coming up with this list. I came up with Cyberpunk, the Resident Evil show, the Halo show, the Uncharted movie, and Sonic 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you guys remember anything else that's come out this year that's like been an adaptation? Because Last of Us is next year.
Because
Yeah.
wasn't there another thing So like before Halo, like
Sonic.
I thought there was something alongside Cyberpunk.
Alongside Cyberpunk?
I thought that Arcane, right?
Arcane.
Does that
Oh
count?
Yeah, it was like
shit! Was that this year?
Was Arcane this year? No, I think it was fucking
No, that
last
was
year.
last year. That was last year.
It was November last
Oh,
year.
does that count?
Ooh.
No, 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 I don't think so. Because this is a new
Oh,
category. I
boy.
think it's just gonna count stuff from this year.
Yeah, Arcane was just barely last year.
But yeah, the Arcane would be a good one.
I
Arcane would
think
probably
that's
win if
why
that's
why they
there.
made this category.
Well, all right. Well, if Arcane gets nominated, that's probably gonna end up winning.
Well, like they probably made it because they don't want Arcane to happen again and not be able to take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, so did anything else come out this year? Because you said Arcane, but that was last year.
I
can't remember
googled
any.
video game video game shows.
Video game movies?
Nah, other than Uncharted, I feel like we would. I mean,
Oh, next year the Mario movie's gonna be on it. Video game movies 2022. Just Uncharted. Let's choose or die. Okay.
probably some dumb shit.
Yeah, it's just Sonic 2 and Uncharted for this year. Okay. Then are we just sticking with the 5 that I wrote down? Cyberpunk, Resident Evil, Halo, Uncharted, and Sonic.
Yeah, I would stick with those.
Okay, what's winning?
Sonic
Cyberpunk.
or Cyberpunk?
Yeah, I think Cyberpunk's winning. What do you guys want to win? I want Sonic to win.
Cyberpunk.
You want Cyberpunk to win?
I
Yeah,
haven't seen any of them. I don't.
I haven't seen it. Like I was really interested in it, and then I saw clips, and then like I realized I got spoiled on the show.
Aw.
But I didn't really care because I wasn't interested.
Mm-hmm.
But then I saw clips of it, and I was like, "Damn, I'm interested in this now." But I got spoiled on the character. I was like, "Damn."
Okay.
I hope Uncharted wins because I love Treasure Hunt and National Treasure is one of my favorite movies, and that reminds me of National Treasure.
You don't want Sonic 2 to win?
Sonic 2 this year?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did no Uncharted.
You want Uncharted to win over Sonic 2?
Yeah. He's had
Okay.
enough W's lately.
Is that enough? Okay. I would hope Sonic 2 wins, but I do think Cyberpunk's gonna edge it out. Let's see what else we have here before we get on to. We'll talk about that last. Let me go ahead and get out the game awards. Let's look. Oh, we can already vote for most anticipated. Oh, that was last year. Just kidding. I lied. Oh, there's most anticipated game. That okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots for most anticipated game. Let's come up with some. So that'd be a good one to start
God.
off with.
Breath of the Wild for the fourth year in a row.
Tears of the Kingdom. Okay,
Four
so
Pete, baby.
here's what last year's. This was last year's list. Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Starfield.
So, Tears of the Kingdom,
Tears of the Kingdom, Starfield,
Spider-Man 2, or
Spider-Man
Wolverine.
2.
Or Wolverine.
Oh,
Forgot Wolverine was a thing.
not both.
You can have both. I just Wolverine seems like we've seen nothing but a teaser, so I'm more hesitant.
I think Spider-Man. Okay, so that's 3. So it's Tears of the Kingdom, Starfield, and Spider-Man 2. We need 2 more.
Fortnite 2, let's go, dude.
You guys think Final Fantasy 16 gets there?
No.
Or
No.
7 Rebirth?
No. The JRPG? No.
Neither of them. I mean, Seven Remake got into Game of the Year in 2020.
Yeah, but that's it's different. It had to do everything it could, and it still got robbed. Yeah, 16 has a better chance than 7 remake.
What do you think, Lou? Do you have any ideas?
No, I do not.
Oh,
You think?
Resident Evil 4.
Um,
Oh,
Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Alan Wake 2? Is that a thing that's happening?
That's a thing,
Isn't
but
it?
I don't expect that to be on there. I do think Resident Evil 4 Remake has a good shot based off of previous things.
Redfall?
Nah. We already got Starfield on there.
Diablo 4? Was Overwatch 2 ever on? Well, to be fair, did Overwatch 2 ever have a chance of being on there?
No.
Like, when how much they showed off?
No.
Yeah, Diablo 4.
So we need one more. What? Because we have
Yeah,
Tears of the Kingdom.
how bold do you want?
Resident Evil 4. How bold?
Fire Emblem?
Nah.
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 JRPG and Nintendo, they hate both of those.
Tears of the Kingdom. Spider-Man 2. Resident Evil 4. Starfield.
Yeah.
Silk Song Baby. No.
Never.
Never. We need a fifth one.
You need a fifth one.
Persona 6. Yep.
If you
They announce at the show and then put it on there.
Man, if they don't tempt me. We're gonna talk about like announcements next time because we're gonna be just have like a full blown Game Awards podcast next time. And there's like a you just brought up. There's been a Persona announcement like every year at the Game Awards since Joker got announced. Every year there's been some Persona thing.
Moving out to baby.
Um,
Pikmin?
Oh,
no.
Pikmin.
It's a huge deal.
Do you know how much the games have sold?
Yeah, but you know how long people. But what the fuck do you want then, SpongeBob?
I already said Final Fantasy 16, and you said no to that, and that's like one of the biggest franchises in the world.
Yeah, okay, then do 16. I did say 16 has a better chance than 7, but I don't. Yeah, do 16 then.
Okay, so 16, RE4, Starfield, Tears of the Kingdom, Spider-Man 2. What's winning? Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, well, Wolf Among Us is big deal to me, but I don't think it's a big deal for many people.
Yeah, no one else gives a shit about Wolf Among Us.
Yeah.
Among
Oh, all right. What's winning? What's winning anticipated game?
Here's the Kingdom.
You think any other game has a better shot or has a chance to fight Tears of the Kingdom for anticipated game?
I don't know.
I think Spider-Man might, or Starfield.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Who cares about Spider-Man, bro?
Oh,
I think they would give it to Starfield just so they don't sit here talking about Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 for the 5th year in a row.
What do you mean? They don't talk. Well, I mean they put it in anticipated games for 2 years in a row, I think, but
to be fair, it was announced 2 years ago.
Yeah, but I don't think they've mentioned it at the Game Awards other than that. Which
Well, I mean,
think
to
it's
be
gonna
fair,
break
then
the cycle.
it should have won back to back. It didn't win back to back because they didn't want it to win back to back. That's not a good look.
I don't think it won the first year.
They did. Did it not? Or was it fucking Last of Us or some shit?
I think it was Last of Us.
Oh, of course it was Last of Us.
Yeah, I think it was Last of Us, and then Elden Ring.
Sure, then give it the Breath of the Wild. Why not?
All right. I don't know why I got off of it. What's the Game Awards site looking like right now? – 27 days till the show. That's exciting. Nominees.
27 days.
Yeah, it's almost a year.
What? Oh, let's go. That guy's dead, nerd.
Okay. A Canadian games journalist. Okay.
Canadian.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a list of all the past game of the years. Okay. Jury voted awards. Best. Oh wow. So they had this category in 2014, but it was only in 2014. Do you guys think they'll bring it back one day? Best remaster was in 2014's Game Awards, but it's only been in 2014's Game Awards.
I mean,
No.
it flopped.
Huh?
I say no.
You don't think they'll do it?
No.
Okay.
Because we're all about remakes now. Ain't nobody making
Yeah.
a remaster.
Okay. So we have best adaptation. Okay, so we have innovation, accessibility, best debut indie game. Who made Cult of the Lamb?
Revolver, right?
Did they?
Yeah.
Hey, publish it.
Actually, I don't know. Wait, it's different, I think.
I saw again
That was
that
Devolver.
Genshin lost best mobile game to Among Us, and now I'm mad again.
Let's go, dude. That's right.
I
Because it is the
forgot
best
about
mobile
that.
game.
I
It's
forgot.
the
It
best
didn't even come
mobile
out that. It
game,
didn't
dude.
even come out that
Who
year.
cares? It's the best mobile game.
Let's see.
They were so desperate to ride the fucking Among Us. It won next year. Let's go, Genshin. Best mobile game.
I was gonna say
See, but
Neon.
Among Us beat it and it came out a year before, man. Like,
Was it?
it's just
Yeah, I
better.
think Genshin won last year's best mobile game. It got its
Yeah.
vengeance.
It didn't, but like Among Us beat it, and it's a year younger, bro. And it's starting to
Yeah, they wanted to ride the fucking Among Us train that was going on.
it's just
It
better,
died out
bro.
in 12 minutes.
I think
Nah,
I
it's
think
just
Neon
better.
White. I think Neon White's gonna be nominated for best debut indie. I don't think they made anything.
Among Us deserved that #1 spot, bro. Like, come on, can you believe it? It like has the best graphics in the world, bro.
Ooh, what gets nominated for best ongoing game? Modern Warfare 2?
Okay. Fortnite.
Fortnite probably will. Best ongoing game probably Fortnite for the 5th year in a row. You think Overwatch 2 gets in, Brandon?
Shouldn't. I mean, no. Fortnite's better than it.
What has been
Well, I'm
named
not
Apex
asking
is
if you
better
think it's
than
gonna
it.
win. Do you think it's gonna get nominated?
No, no.
I thought Apex might get nominated. Nobody cares about Apex anymore.
Yeah, Apex has fallen off from what I've heard. I don't know personally, but from what I've heard, it's
Ain't
kind of.
nobody, ain't nobody playing Apex because the people
Ooh,
who are playing Apex right now have to for like a life, like for like their living. In a
What
way,
what
like
a so ongoing games, it would be like Fortnite, Warzone, Genshin would be on there.
yeah,
Um,
Genshin.
Final Fantasy 14 online.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be on there. What else? What else is there? What's another ongoing game that's not Apex?
Well, I can tell you what won't be
Fall
on there.
Guys.
Mm,
I can tell you
Fall
Babylon's
Guys,
Fall
maybe?
won't be on there.
No.
Uh,
Sea of Thieves could be on there. Fall Guys could be on there.
yeah. Especially when it went free to play.
Platoon.
Splatoon could be on there.
Splatoon could be on there. Yeah, I think
But the
Overwatch makes it.
okay. Let's see. I'm looking at all these categories because it's kind of hard to make. Bless you. It's kind of hard to make predictions for every single one of these. Best RPG.
Xenoblade?
Sparks of Hope.
No, they put that in Family Game more than anything, right?
I mean, they'll probably put in family game, but oh no, it'll probably be in strategy game. There's best strategy game on there. That's more strategy
Yeah,
than RPG.
The RPG, right?
probably in plus.
Okay, for best RPG, do they put Horizon Forbidden West in there? Because it has RPG elements. I don't think it should be on there.
I doubt it. It has some, but it's not. But it's not the entirety of the game. I don't think it should be part of
Okay,
it.
so that means Xenoblade 3, Triangle Strategy would
Pokemon,
be
dude.
strategy. No, Pokemon's not gonna. Pokemon's never in these because they never make the deadline. Um,
I'm debating on getting Violet. Or sorry, yeah, Violet when it comes out because I spent $52 on the three Splatoon 3 amiibos.
oh, you did?
Yeah, I bought all of them,
Okay.
and so I'm like with like $91 or $89. So
Okay. Best performance. What good performance? Oh, probably Kratos. Um,
the Kirby thing or whatever.
what?
What do you remember? What do you remember performance?
Performance like
Oh, like frames stuff like that.
acting, voice
Oh,
actors and actors.
I thought even like live performances. So I was gonna like say,
Oh, okay.
so I was gonna say the Kirby 30th anniversary or whatever anniversary Kirby.
Oh,
For the,
okay.
oh yeah, Kirby.
Like, I don't know. It's not going to be on there, but I think the people who did Sojourn and Junker Queen were phenomenal.
Did
I
Modern
Junker
Warfare
less though.
meet the
Jun-
deadline?
okay, Junker Queen might. I guess Junker Queen getting on there.
Sojourn's more likely to, because she's the face of Overwatch too. I think if Overwatch has a big impact at Game Awards, then Sojourn would be up there. But without Overwatch having a big impact, then
Okay. Um, best music.
Kirby.
I think Kirby's gonna get on there. I think
Splatoon, baby.
Splatoon has a good shot at getting there.
Yep.
Shit slaps.
I think Xenoblade 3 is if Xenoblade 3 is not in there, Jeff Keighley has to have a vendetta against Monolith. If Xenoblade does not get nominated for any of these, there's some vendetta against Monolith Soft.
Uh, Modern Warfare 2.
Sure, why not? Mario Rabbids, I think it's in there too.
Fortnite.
It has three. It has Grant Kirkhope. Is it Yoko Shimomura? Sparks of Hope composers. It has it has Yoko Shimomura and Gareth Coker. With Gareth made the soundtrack for Ori. Yoko has made the soundtrack for Kingdom Hearts, Live Alive, and so much. And then I don't. Are you familiar with Grant Coker already, Brandon?
No.
Banjo and Donkey Kong.
Okay.
All three of them worked on the Sparks of Hope soundtrack. So, there's that. And
Donkey
then,
Kong Country?
huh?
Donkey Kong Country?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a big deal.
And so this was our list 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. No, not 2 weeks ago. A month ago. For Game of the Year. And I want to ask you guys if you guys agree with this or if you guys think that it's going to be something else. So we have Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok,
Mhm.
Xenoblade 3,
Mhm.
Stray,
Mhm.
Horizon Forbidden West,
Mhm.
and Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Okay.
Those are the 6 that we have listed.
What was this for you?
What's up?
What was this for?
For Game of the Year.
Oh, Kirby.
And then we think that it's going to be between Elden Ring, or now I think it's between Elden Ring and Ragnarok. Back then, everyone said Elden Ring was going to win. Do you guys think, now that we have a few games out since then, that this list is inaccurate? Do you guys think this is a really good list? Whoa,
It's
what's up?
fine.
Do you think it's fine? Brandon, you still think it's fine, or you think something else gets put in?
No, nothing else is broken into this, to be honest.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, it. I'll be surprised. Gotham Knights is gonna get in. I'll be really surprised if like.
The game was bad.
Yeah, I know. I'd be really surprised if there's something else that aside from these six. Although I'm hesitant for Xenoblade 3 and Kirby, just because Kirby came out so long ago. I feel like it's gonna get snubbed because people are gonna be thinking about it, and then Xenoblade 3 is gonna get snubbed because Xenoblade always gets snubbed at the Game Awards. So
I'll be honest with you. I don't think Kirby's gonna be in there
that's why I feel like something else besides Kirby is gonna get in there.
because like I forgot the Forgotten Land was a thing.
Yeah.
And it was like a race for a week, and it's like, oh, I forgot about that game. And I
Do you-
bought it, and it was one of the best Kirby games to play.
Do you think Bayonetta 3 will get in
I haven't heard anything
Instead
about
of-
Bayonetta 3.
instead of
I
Kirby?
only- The only like media thing I heard about Bayonetta was that with the voice actress saying that she's only getting paid like $2,000.
Oh.
So it's like $2,000 for like 20-hour session.
And then all that drama. That's the only thing you've
All the
heard.
drama of it being false and like
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's one thing I heard about it.
Okay. Well, critically,
Sorry, go ahead.
I said critically, it got 88. So it's one of the highest. I think it's the fourth highest rated game of the year. I think it's Elden Ring, Ragnarok, Xenoblade 3, and then Bayonetta 3, in that order. What were you gonna say, Brian?
There's a chance to show a clear bias here in the Game Awards.
Okay.
See, there's a very big shot that we see a clear, like, picking and choosing of the rules of what is allowed to be nominated and not.
Okay.
Because last time we had this conversation about the Game Awards with Russ, right?
Yes. We had it with Russ.
I said
Stanley Parable.
that Stanley Parable has gotten 90s across the board and has been a really big deal. And Stanley Parable was 2015, so it never had its chance at the Game Awards. And I've thought about it, and I'm like, damn, I'm looking at these games, and it's a remake. It's not a remake. It's a addition to. It's a really popular game that got like multiple hours more of content added to it and re-released on more platforms. This is just like Royal. This is just like Royal, and that got nominated for Best RPG. Had to fight Final Fantasy VII Remake, which, it was getting docked points for existing beforehand, anyways. But like, Stanley Parable should genuinely be under consideration for multiple awards at the Game Awards, and if it's not, then there's a clear picking and choosing of the roles because you cannot sit here and tell me that you just didn't notice a game that's actively, critically being reviewed with the same score as Ragnarok.
How many scores?
How many scores?
Yeah, because that's gonna
Total?
that's what's gonna impact it like the most, because for me, because it's chances, not like how good it is. I'm sure it is amazing, but the amount of people that review it is
You want its peak on one system, or all of them?
peak.
Its peak on one system was 15 critically and 150 user, but if you combine them all, it got 50 to 60 reviews critically.
That's still, so that's where my problem, not my problem, that's where I don't think it's picking and choosing. Think of how many people are in the jury. Persona 5 Royal on the PS4 has 71 critic reviews. That is
Yeah, that's
already
fair.
way more than Stanley Parable got on all consoles combined, and that's as
Yeah, no,
unfortunate as it is. Yeah.
no, that's completely fair, and that's why I'm not expecting a Game of the Year nomination, but
It
there are a
should be.
lot of games that got reviewed a lot less than it.
Yes.
Um, do they have indie game and debut indie game?
Yes.
It should be up there for indie game.
Okay.
I it won't be because it's kind of fucked up to take a game that came out 9 years ago and put it up against newcomers.
Uh-huh.
So it won't be, but it's sort of hard to fit this in a category. I personally, to me, it needs to be up there for creative direction to
Okay.
me. And I don't think it will be because we love ourselves some third person adventure games.
Uh-huh.
You know. But that's my point. It needs to be up there for to me. If there is a remake, it should win any remake category that goes up there, and it should be up there for creative direction.
Okay. Well, we don't have long to find out. You want to vote together?
Because it's also like Persona Royal only got best RPG.
Yes.
Like it didn't get Game of the Year, it didn't get soundtrack, it didn't get um what else could it have gotten? I think just that, right? Soundtrack, Game of the Year, and RPG.
For Royal?
It also could have gotten a best performance because of
But
everyone
it
coming
wasn't
back.
it wasn't nominated for. It was only nominated for.
Well, like no, what I'm saying is like it could have gotten a lot of
Yeah, yeah,
things,
yeah.
and they just got the one.
Yeah.
Um, and that's why I think like you don't need. It's fine if Stanley Parable's not like up there for 7 things. I think reasonably it could only be up there for. It's not going to be action adventure.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be up there. But in terms of Game of the Year games, it's hard to pick that last one.
Yeah.
That's the problem one because you run out of options. Was Deathloop this year?
No.
No,
It was
wasn't.
nominated last year.
Oh, was it? I thought it was most anticipated last year.
No, it was
No, it
nominated.
was creative direction also. I
Yeah.
picked it.
Yeah, I remember. I was pissed at you.
Picked it. Yeah. I swapped it. You made me swap it.
Cause you knew nothing about it.
Yo, dog, let's go.
Cause you knew
I thought
nothing
it was a
about
good
it.
idea. I thought the gimmick was a cool idea.
What's the dog's opinion?
Bayonetta.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
he said Bayonetta.
Oh no, never mind.
Oh, just kidding. He
He
changed his
said
mind. He
Bayonetta.
he said Kirby.
Oh, let's go, dude. Kirby all the way.
Oh wait, no. I think he said Splatoon 3.
Oh my god, the dog's amazing. He knows what he's talking about.
Okay. All right. And with that, next time we'll cover the actual nominees, and I think Russ is gonna be here for that because he's really excited for the Game Awards. Also, I want to get some people that are excited about the awards and talk about it. So I'll ask around. So let's go ahead and do our outros. No question of the night. Lou, where can everyone find you at?
Your mama's house gun. Aha, 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 aha.
God damn.
I don't know. Anywhere.
Anywhere?
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Twitter?
Just look.
Just look. You find me anywhere.
Okay, cool. Brown, where can everyone find you at?
Your mama's house gun.
Twitch.tv / the Sandwich UV. I'm playing Mario Rabbids and Genshin and Overwatch.
All right, awesome. And as always, you can find me here. I'll be back again, not tomorrow, unfortunately, because I'm going to be going to see Black Panther, but I will be live Sunday, early afternoon, with the Splatfest. So I'll be doing that. And then also check us out on Chowtown on YouTube. Chow is Sonic Chow. We have some really fun stuff coming along. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. We'll talk about the Game Awards next time, and we will see you all in another 2 weeks. Goodbye, everyone.